TGR News, broadcasting from the State of Israel.
Welcome back to TGR News.
Hello, hello.
Netanyahu held a meeting with the commanding chief of the IDF to ask him to stop the military coup that is in progress. At the same time, we will also talk about everything the IDF has been doing to stop our enemies from destroying Israel. So on one hand, we have a military coup. On the other hand, the military is still working. But we're going to talk about all this and more. But first, let's say thank you. Thank you so much for everything you guys do. This is what it is all about. That's what this whole Golden Report ministry is about. Is what we're doing is helping the nation of Israel, helping bringing them home when the time comes, helping feeding them. In the meantime, every single person that we can, we want to help. And through your support and your help, we're able to. It is just such a wonderful blessing to be a part of what you guys are doing, and we are basically your employees, and just your blessings are being spread here in the state of Israel. Thank you so much. As we always said, if you haven't yet been and you want to be a part of this ministry, all you got to do is go to the links that are below every one of our videos. You got links to the Patreon page and to the Support Us page. Or you could just go to thegoldenreport.com and go to the Support Us page there and find whichever way is easiest for you to show your support to the nation of Israel. God said he'd bless those that bless Israel and curse those that curse Israel. So we are so blessed to be a part of this, and we know you are blessed to be a part of this. So thank you so much. Also, to like and subscribe and to share these videos is a good way to help us out as well.
Yeah.
Okay, well, let's get started.
Yeah, let's do it.
Jordan, Egypt, and Palestinian Authority officials met in Jordan to talk and come to an agreement about what Israel has to do to make this new normalization deal with Saudi Arabia. Then Sisi, on his next trip to the White House, will tell Biden what is expected of Israel to make this deal. Saudi Arabia has agreed to open a Palestinian embassy to show their intentions to Israel and Iran. It really is ridiculous. Iran is diluting their enriched uranium stashes and holding on to what would take them 2 weeks at most till they are ready for making nuclear weapons, before the UN nuclear inspectors come to check out the nuclear situation in Iran. All of this was on the first day of the week.
Yeah.
So that's a lot of information. The reason that's how we started off our week.
Yeah.
Israel, Egypt, Jordan, the Palestinian Authority are going to go and decide what Israel needs to do to make a normalization with Saudi Arabia.
Yeah.
While Saudi Arabia has made a deal to be normalized and have an Iranian embassy in Saudi Arabia, while Iran is diluting their nuclear enrichments in a way where it only take them 2 weeks to go from where they're at to nuclear weapons, because a UN nuclear inspectors come in to check out everything, and that's going to be a joke anyway.
Yeah.
They probably didn't even have to worry about hiding anything.
Yeah, of course.
That's how we started off our week this week.
Yeah. It's ridiculous. It's just ridiculous.
On Sunday, Prime Minister Netanyahu and HaLevi, the commanding chief of the IDF, had an interesting meeting. Netanyahu told HaLevi that the left-wing protesters in the IDF, especially the left-wing pilots, are hurting the country's ability to protect itself and making a direct attack on the democracy by trying to make a military coup. So Netanyahu is asking the commanding chief of the IDF, stop this military coup. And the commanding chief HaLevi answered back by saying that he cannot do anything about this. This is, I don't understand. I've said it before. We just recently changed commanding chiefs in the IDF. Right before, we had a guy by the name of Kochavi. I have a feeling if he was here now, it'd be different. It would be much better.
I agree.
Get it under control.
I agree. the way that you should treat whoever refuse to go to the service is to throw them away from the army. That's all.
Put them in
no
jail.
Negotiations, no trying to convince them, we're waiting for you. Like right now, everybody who refused to come, they say, well, freeze your service.
Yeah.
And then the door is open, you can always come back. This is nonsense.
When last week, don't forget, HaLevi told these same protesters who are refusing to come to military service that the IDF needs you. That was his public statement. The IDF needs you. That's what he told these deserters. That's not, first of all, it's not true. We need the IDF. The IDF doesn't need us. Without the IDF, we don't exist.
Yeah, you know what's really interesting? When I see all these ex-head of the Mossad, ex-head of talking against Israel, I really, people should believe that we really have a superior, how you say, Ashgacha Elionah, like the God really helps Israel, because if these are the people who lead Israel in their wars, we for sure have God's
on our side.
Yeah, because
absolutely.
Look at them.
Well, we know. Yeah, it's just another proof how God is fighting our wars for here in the state of Israel. It definitely is proof, because not only just you have the left-wing people who are leaders, but that's not even the main reason why it's proof that God's fighting our wars. Because they're a very small part of the military. The proof is in the pudding. We're just this big against all of this around, and time after time, 6-day war. No one could have won that if it wasn't for God. Yom Kippur, they were all the way almost down to Tel Aviv, and no one could have won that in the situation they was in if it wasn't for God. Yeah, that's how you know it's all God.
Yeah, but still, it's like you see those people. Just leave we don't really talking about left or right wing. It's just they involve politics, and they put in their service like a threat. I'm not like a condition. And this is the standard I cannot stand. I cannot agree to. This guy shouldn't protect me. I don't trust him.
Yeah, you shouldn't bring politics, and certain things politics should not be a part of. Military is definitely one of them.
Yes,
absolutely.
Yes. On Sunday, at another large storage complex where Hezbollah stored large amount of weapons to use against the state of Israel, exploded in the early morning hours. This time, there was not any Israeli airstrike, nor was there any aircraft in the area, meaning that this was exploded by ground forces. Whether or not it's an Israeli attack, it is still good news for us. Yet more weapons that the Hezbollah does not have to use against us, against Israel.
It probably was us, but we don't. Officially, Israel hasn't said it's us, So
we cannot say.
We do know sometimes they have mishaps. What was it, a couple of weeks ago when they were transporting an enormous missile, a long-range, huge missile underground into tunnels from Syria to Lebanon. Remember, it exploded in the tunnel by their own mishaps.
And this was just one of the problems they had. Last week, they have some kind of burning next to Lebanon airport. Yeah. Underground burning.
And it's another weapon storage. And also the same week that missile blew up underground, a huge storage of explosives underground in Gaza blew up. Back to talking now about how you proof that God's on our side.
Yeah.
Well, Nasrallah on Tuesday threatened Israel yet again from his bunker. Real scary stuff from the bunker, right? When the guy threatened, he's too scared to stick his head out.
Yeah.
He stated that Hezbollah will take out the military and civilian airports, the nuclear plant in Dimona, as well as IDF bases. He said that he will send Israel back to the Stone Age and give Israel a knockout blow. It was his usual mumbo jumbo, and the only part of that threat that was worth pointing out is that he's still in his bunker, and that's where he's putting his threats from. That's the only thing. That's the only thing that counts there in Israel's eyes. He does add to the tension in the Middle East. He does have some pull with some other things going on, but Hezbollah is not a threat to the state of Israel. It's like saying Gaza is a threat to the state of Israel. It's not. It's
Yeah.
not. It's David and Goliath, but this time David is the Goliath, right? We're the bigger guys, right?
Yeah. Well, he said it as a response to Herzl Halevi, commander-in-chief, that he said, Gallant, our Minister of Defense,
Yes.
that said that if Hezbollah make a stupid move, we will send them back to the
Stone Age. That's I didn't know.
Yes.
I didn't mention that. That's why Nasrallah answered back. We'd send you back to the Stone Age.
So it looks like a child who responds to, he started first. I'll show you.
Nasrallah is a joke.
Yeah, he is. Also on Tuesday, terrorists in Jenin released a video of another rocket they are using to try and cause fear in the Israelis in the Samaria area. They seem to believe that they will be able to get away with turning Jenin into same sort of Gaza 2 that can fire rockets at Israelis every once in a while. This is all because our enemies believe that this internal split between the left and the right wing is making Israel weak.
Yes, exactly.
So they're trying to do like Judea and Samaria, like kind of the area that's around Gaza that get missiles every time that we have a little tension. I know we came back to Jenin and we operating there, IDF operating there. So I hope, we will talk about it later, but I hope we will do our job and continue to do our work in Jenin.
Absolutely. Well, we have to. We don't have a choice. Israel has no choice. Either we continue to do military missions and operations in Jenin, in Gaza, in Nablus, in Ramallah. Either we continue to do it or we die.
Yeah.
So we're going to do it. That's how you know it's going to continue. Because we aren't going to sit back and just die, right? So it has to continue. So it just goes on. We slow down for a little bit, and then we go back for a while. That's usually how way it is.
Yeah.
But that's exactly what the problem is they're doing now. They're trying to turn themselves into a second Gaza, like you said. But they fire rockets from inside Israel now we're talking about, right? Not that Gaza isn't Israel, but it's sort of, bordered off. It's a different situation. And the only reason they think they can get away with it is because of all these left-wing protesters right now. They're making the IDF look weak, making the country look like it's preoccupied or too busy to deal with other things and too weak to stand together. But one thing the Arabs always forget is we've been on left and right wing in Israel. It's so far apart from each other, it looked like we would never come back together and stand together and fight together again. But we always do. Some of the worst times that when all the people were ripped out of their homes from 2008, was it? From Gaza, the right wing was protesting more than the left wing is protesting now to stop the left wing government from taking Jews out of their homes and giving it to Arabs. And then they lost the protest because the left wing government did it anyway. And it looked like we would never come back together. But we did. We did. Because the first thing that happens when the Arab countries start attacking us is we come right back together. And so, these left-wing protesters now are attacking. They're doing the same thing they tried to do many like they have been successful to do in the left wing in the States and other places. As they're attacking the religious parts of things. The left wing here now are attacking the Hasidic, the Orthodox Jews. Now, I'm gonna be honest. There's a lot of things you can attack them on because there's a lot of things that's not very nice that they do, but it doesn't make a difference. They have, the left wing is attacking them just because of they're religious. Same thing that happened many years ago. How before we used to have God in the schools in America and everything, but they took him out slowly. Well, it's like the left wing is trying to do that here. The only thing is here, church and state is not separated. So good luck is the only thing I have to say. Good luck.
Yeah, I can't believe that the left wing prefer Arabs, giving money to Arabs, support Arabs, who trying to kill them,
Jews,
trying to call them thieves that stole their land, instead of Jewish people.
Yeah, I was shocked to find that out.
It's
was
pure
shocked.
anti-Semitism.
Yeah. Just because you're Jewish don't mean you're not
Yeah,
you can't be anti-Semitic.
You can be Jew and anti-Semite. Yeah.
Well, Tuesday night, the IDF went into Arab cities, Hebron, Jenin, and Nablus, as well as a few smaller towns in the same time to arrest and round up terrorists with their weapons and explosives. In Nablus, the IDF arrested terrorists with an enormous amount of explosives and bombs that were only moments away from being used in the streets of Israel to kill Jews. I am happy to see that these missions continue, but we still need a large mission with ground troops going in and taking out all the terrorist strongholds and stored up weapons. And I'm talking about in Gaza and Jenin and everywhere. We need to do it everywhere.
Yeah.
We still need to do that. And until we do, that's going to be just the slow buildup of terrorist attacks, more and more and more, just like there was in 2001 before Chomat Magen, right?
Yeah.
Well, I'm going to say something a little bit different here, give you a little bit different kind of news, and it's kind of interesting. This week, Israel sold thousands of Arrow 3 missiles and launchers to Germany. These are able to stop incoming ballistic missiles. That's what the Arrow 3 is made for. They stop incoming ballistic missiles. Now, these are also older technology. It's not what we have for incoming ballistic missiles. We have technology now in Israel where we can take out, we have a single unit that can take out 15 ballistic missiles coming in from outer space, 15 at a time, one unit. We have many of those units.
Yeah.
So, but this is still good technology that takes out ballistic missiles. Just think about it. 75 years after Jews were nearly all killed on German land, the nation of Israel is supplying Germany with the ability to defend itself. I mean, that's something. Think about that. 75 years after the Holocaust, when the German regime, the German people, whatever you want to call it, Hitler and the party, right? Germany nearly took out all the European Jews, nearly took us all out. Now Germany is coming to Israel, please help me defend myself. And we say, okay, we'll help you. Here you go.
Yeah, that's a big deal.
It is a big deal. It's amazing.
Yeah. Well, maybe they think about Russia, something with Russia.
Well, it is all because of Russia. It's all because of, now we're talking about why Germany? 100%.
What is
100%. That's why they feel the need right now, because of Russia.
Yeah.
It's absolutely correct. Yeah, I was so wrapped up into the emotional part of the Holocaust that I wasn't talking about that. But you're right. Absolutely, Ola. They're worried that, well, first of all, Germany's probably thinking, the Europe sort of, kind of, the EU, they're all kind of together.
Yeah.
So maybe what I'm thinking is Germany, because why would Germany need thousands of these, I have a feeling they're probably going to spread it out across the border to, that area from north to south, just in case that Russia decides to attack Europe or something. Because who knows what Putin's thinking of, and they're probably getting ready for that possibility. Yeah. That's why they did it. Plus, Germany themselves in pretty bad shape with the lack of gas, natural gas, that for all last year and coming this winter is going to happen to them again because of the sanctions of Russia, right? Yeah. So there's a lot of bad situations going on over there, and they're probably getting ready for the possibility of it getting worse. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Well, you got anything you want to add?
Well, we did mention in our recap of news, but every day, Jews attacked by Arabs here, driving, Arabs throwing rocks, Molotov cocktails on cars. Just a few days ago, I heard about a couple. She was in labor, the lady, and her husband took her and accidentally went into Arab neighborhood. And
how husbands get nervous all of a sudden when the woman's coming in labor.
Stoned and beaten, and his wife is in labor.
Could you imagine?
But they made it to the hospital, thank God. But we just don't mention because it's kind of normal. I know it sounds strange, but this is our reality. This is the
That's
reality.
everyday,
Yeah.
events.
So thank God we didn't have any serious terror attack this week. Nobody was injured or killed.
Yeah, no one. Yeah,
It was a good week, and praise the Lord for that.
Praise the Lord for that.
Yeah. So that's what I want to mention.
Okay, well, don't forget to join us on thegoldenreport.com. And until next week,
Shabbat Shalom.
God bless.